Welcome in, Dory. Welcome, welcome. Oh, sevens, everybody. You forget to do those, and I'm gonna change them too. I think I'm going to change how much that gives in the future after the 890 jump is over. Carbon, welcome in, welcome in. Fellow streamer, watch them. Welcome in, Water. Absolute. 07. Water, no get enemy. Thanks for the follow there, Water. My pause music code must be broken. Oh, and I hear that after I redeem mine. Oh well. Hear what? Well, no, I'm not going to change it right now, Imp. That's why I'm not doing it during the 890 jump. Right, because then it wouldn't be fair to the people who redeemed during the 890 jump. So it doesn't apply to the gift cards, right? It only applies to the 890 jump. That's why I'm not going to change that until after the 890 jump giveaway is over. Because otherwise it wouldn't be fair. If people were redeeming them all the time. But I am going to potentially change how that does. I need to do some math on it. We got to do some math calculation. Because you get the channel points for watching, right? Twitch goes and figures out, are you watching? Are you here? And whatnot. Yeah, and it's soon. It's soon. Real soon. I'm excited. I like everybody's excited about the best useless ship in Star Citizen. It's not useless. You know, I mean, you can do stuff with it, but it's not in any way, shape, or form the best ship for any situation other than throwing a role-playing party. And I guess for that, it does. But if you want a ship with some PDCs and a hangar, thanks for the follow, Huck. So why is why is that not pausing? Should be pausing the music. The fuck? Start video redeems. I'll have to look at that. I don't know why it's not pausing the music anymore. I didn't change any of this code. Talking, start video redeems. Well, I'll mess with that later. But I haven't touched this code at all. You can style on people with it and have your pinky out at the same time. Yes, absolutely. Let's get the giveaway started. Start giveaway. Let's get our first code. Let's get those timers started. I could have streamed Monday and Tuesday. I've been busy coding. I'm excited about kind of this next feature. I'm always trying to, a lot of the stuff I'm working on right now is automating things, so when I don't make mistakes, I don't forget stuff, and it's easier for me to hop on and hop off. And after I get kind of my automation done, then I'll start to add more features. And so one of the things I've been working on the last few days, this is where I want to go with a lot of stuff. This is foundational code for everything. So you don't have to be too technical here. Let's zoom in a little bit. The idea is how are you viewing that I can't send you whispers. So let's say you're in Twitch and I want to automate giving you a redeem code. You know, like today, if you win one of the marble races, I give you a Gleam IO code to put in, right? And, you know, it takes time. I got to do it. I want to kind of automate it a little bit. But here's one of the problems. is, so I'll probably need me change this over. There we go. The problem with automating that is there's rate limits. You can whisper to a maximum of 40 unique recipients per day. Within the period day limit, you may whisper a maximum of 3 whispers per second and a maximum of 100 whispers per minute. And that's fine. At least the size of my crowd, I'm probably be fine with that. But here's the kicker. Is if it doesn't send the API, hey Daz, if it doesn't send the API, it won't tell you it didn't do it. So what I want to do is instead, if you win, I'll tell you won. And so you can go into the portal and log in with your Twitch account. So we'll log in with Old Man Observer here. And right now I'm just showing some basic profile stuff. It'll show you all the codes you've ever won. And so at any time you can get them and paste them in. And then I want to do other stuff. I want to, if you want an email address, so if you're a tier 2 or tier 3 subscriber at Twitch, or I might start doing a Patreon, then you can actually get an email at oldmanobserver.com or at Aloha Nui Logistics. And I want all the automation set up here. The Tropical Paradise Resort code is going to move to this. If I've kind of shelled the Tropical Paradise Resort because I wasn't really sure how I wanted to do it. And I've really been enjoying the Cloudflare Pages automations. It's basically Node.js, but it's serverless. And but enjoying the code, putting it on there and everything. So the Tropical Paradise Resort code, when I get that working, is going to use this same architecture. But instead of hosting the website, I'll house the APIs from there. And then I might even look for a Twitch widget or something, actually a Twitch widget to do that. But that's what I've been doing Monday, Tuesday, and a little bit of yesterday. Been really, really fun. So implementing some OAuth. And it's working. It's working pretty well. So trying to get a bunch of foundation code in to make the giveaways easier, to keep me from making mistakes, better tracking stuff, so y'all can get your winnings. And then I'm going to give more ways of getting codes and winning codes and whatnot. All right, well, speaking of giving away codes, let's see if we can give away a couple here. Where's Marbles? Here we go. Continue. Race. Random. Yuri, you're the record holder. A few days ago. About a couple weeks ago. Let's do this one. Who else is in the house? Tira's here. Rufus was first. Lil's in the house. Dory, we've met. Maku, Liquid, Attack, Imp, Vess, Yuri, we said, Carbon, Zarlon, Hudson Hawk, welcome in, Mobster, and Waters, new here. Who am I missing? Days. Look, everybody's in now. Get our countdown started. Trade count. He can smell those games. Welcome in, Huck Finn. Hey, Citizen Spooner. Oh, your rating. We just started. Y'all can get into the giveaway. Welcome in. I was just talking about the welcome in, Citizen, or Mr. Spooner. I just got started. We're going to pull the whole C out today. But you got 1 minute and 18 seconds to get on the marble giveaway. We give codes out for a chance to win a $8.90 jump or some Steam gift cards. Oh, Photog raid. Oh shit, I missed that. I'm so used to you raiding in. Do I know Photog? Who's Photog? Hold on. Am I following Photog? Mr. Photog. Oh yeah, I've seen him. Yeah, I'm following him. Well, welcome in. I missed that, guys. I'm so terrible. I'm such a bad streamer. I'm so bad at streaming. I'm not as good as Mr. Spooner, I can tell you that. Welcome, Mr. Photog. And I see it now. Welcome in, welcome in. Raiding with the party at 39. Welcome in, guys. Get in for the giveaway here. Here's the details. I'm giving away an 890 jump. Top 3 gets codes. Top 3 gets codes. It's alright. Race has already started. Once it started, it's too late. Alright, here we got Dory's in first, no mobster. It's hard to tell when they're spinning. What do we got going on down here? So it's going to be a dangerous... This doesn't look like a dangerous map. I don't think we're going to lose a lot of people. This looks like a safe map. Thanks for the follow, Incoherentable. Incoherent babble. Sorry. That's about me. Oh, we got Hudson Hawk Mob and Rufus in the early lead. Yes, boost. I'm assuming boost doesn't do any. Irritable. Thanks for the follow, Blues. Thank you, thank you. I was just got done talking about some of the code I've been writing. Hey, thanks for the sub, Godzilla. Thanks for the resub there. Tier 1. We got fancy emotes. Soon to be other stuff. Smoke Dog coming out hot. Oh, we're not going to beat Yuri's record. That was Yuri's pace right there. Ultimate boost. Looks like Hudson and Tier and Karen Herrick coming in for the win. So what I do is I hand out codes. I was just talking about how I'm working on some automation for that. I'll show you all here in a minute. Alright, let's see here. So I'm whispering some code. So this is the part I'm working on automating, right? Because I don't want to have to manually find people, whisper them their code. And I could automate this by sending whispers, but there's rate limits on how many whispers you can send. And the worst part is if you're over the whisper limit in Twitch, Twitch doesn't tell you you're over. And so you don't know if you actually sent the code to someone. So the reason I haven't been streaming last Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday is I've been working on some code. And it's pretty cool. So incoherentable. So I just whispered the top 3 winners their Gleam.io code they can enter in. If you're making an old man site, just use YouTube switch off or something. You know what? That's a great idea, TacCat. That's what I've been working on. I've been adding the OAuth for it. So that's what I was just showing a little bit earlier. So if you go to here, this is what I was punching. It was the OAuth code for that, right? So I'm already logged on, so I'm gonna just log off real quick. But you can log in with Twitch or Google or whatever you happen to have, whatever you won with, right? And then right now I'm just showing the basic information. But the next part I plan on doing is like parsing this information and then it will send it to my website. I'm using Cloudflare. All this is free. Everything that I'm doing is free. Cloudflare, I'll host the site. I use their cheap version, and I use their KV store. And so then my program on the server side, on my computer side, will just push the winner's codes out to here. They'll log in. It'll just show their code. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do at TechCat. And then this is the same code I'm going to move the Tropical Paradise Resort to and everything. So this is kind of my overall design here. And I'm going to use the portal too for other stuff. Like if you're a tier 2 or tier 3 subscriber, you can get an email address at Old Man Observer or Aloha Way Logistics or something like that. So a lot of really cool stuff I'm going to do with this. I'm going to move the Tropical Paradise Resort to these codes. So basically Cloudflare is hosting some API calls for me and stuff. And it's their free tier. So unless I go over like some huge threshold of calls, it doesn't cost me a dime. All my website stuff is 100% automated with a pipeline and everything. I keep it very simple. So very excited about that. You see it's in that. So this is what I've been doing Monday and Tuesday, was wiring up the OAuth and everything. Coming up pretty good. I meant to change the size here. No, I don't want that. I want this. And knock the resolution down. There we go. So I don't know if you all saw this or not, but some big updates today. Well, that's a big updates. Nice updates today. So for those that haven't seen this, we'll just go through it a little bit here. We've been actively reading and looking to address some of the feedback surrounding Wicklow. The experience we intended was for you to deliver a suite of items as a part of a patch content and receive physical rewards instead of just credits. A lot of MMOs are like that, right? You don't necessarily always get money. The premise was that Wicklow could check his stock and then give you something you had in return for your delivery, so they can kind of rotate the stock, right? But the execution of this idea is something we want to improve. We're always looking at the community feedback, and based upon what we have read so far, we identified some key areas for improving the experience so far. So for 421 coming to the PTU soon, so it's not in the PTU just yet, at least at the time of this post. We made the following changes. This is the big one. All collector rewards will become deterministic, meaning you'll know what you're going to get when accepting a mission. All existing Wicklow contracts will be updated to reflect this. So this has like been one reason why I just have no desire to do the Wicklow mission. I don't like the RNG of that. Plus, I already have enough ships. I sure don't want 400 more of some other ship. Sorry, what? No. Then this is the other one's pretty good. Separate contract tab in the Moby class. Until we implement the ability to offer missions for a specific location, we're splitting the Wicklow missions out into a collector onto the following. We got a few duplicate Wicklow ships I like to trade. Yeah. So they're adding a whole new tab to the Moby class for this. So instead of fixing the missions, which would fix for everything, they're like, fuck it, we're going to just create a whole new tab. But, you know, hey. So there's going to be a vehicles tab or section. And then other items. And we're also working on ways to improve the Wicklow experience. The ability to submit multiple items in a singular container, so that's cool. We also want to make sure Wicklow missions are split between Moby class contracts, so the ones you pick up there, and on-site contracts. That's interesting. That you pick up when you're there, the banners in the shop will serve as your physical contract accepted points. And, you know, I'm not, you know, have been with Star Citizen as long as a lot of y'all have. But I read somewhere, at least that's how it was at some point, but you're going to have Moby class missions in general, but then there's also going to be in-person people that you walk up to and get missions from, and I think that's kind of the idea. They're just kind of testing out the concept of that. I can't remember where I saw that video, but that looks really, really cool. Instead of having a separate contract tab for flavor, we want one contract that tells you submit X, Y, Z, or X. Yeah, so that's cool. And then, so they've added a whole contract tab, and I agree with this. Can you separate the cargo missions into separate tabs too? Scrolling through 100-minute missions sucks. It absolutely does. It absolutely does. And that's what I was trying to say, that if they would just fix the mission tab, you get so much more. Instead, they're just going to create more code that every time they have to update something, now there's more shit that can break. You know, go in and pound that shit out, man. Just fix it. Just fix it. There were several mission gizzards, both legit and shady. Yeah, I didn't see any of those. I just remember seeing some video about it. So this is cool, though. This is good stuff. Right? Smoke! Thanks for the tier 1. So speaking of 4-1, let's see if there's anything cool on this. They just dropped this, like maybe a little bit ago. Let's see here. Known issues. Don't like reading. I like reading this. No more random reward. Oh, so this patch here fixes that. So they literally just dropped this. Cool. All collector rewards become deterministic, meaning, oh, well, look at that. Citizen Spooner, you got some fancy emotes and everything now. You can use those on your channel. All collector rewards become deterministic, meaning you know what you're going to do when accepting a mission. We defined it. And thanks for the gifted sub there, Smoke Dog. Appreciate it. Coming in, dropping a sub, dropping a gift sub. Thank you, thank you. Oh. We met some goal. There must be another one coming in. And to Blues. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Blues, you got some emotes and all that. You also, just so you know, there's a lot of benefits. I try to give some people, but there is a Club Cabana section on my Discord. So if you were interested in some of the technical stuff, like I post some of that stuff there. If you got questions about it, whatever. Sometimes you get some real life pitch. Some of my new shirts I'm designing at the time and things like that. And other things that are on there. You get like some early previews of stuff. And I plan on having more and more benefits that I plan on having. Yes, I thank you, Smoke. I really appreciate it, man. And pretty much everything that comes into my channel goes back out to the community via the giveaway. So, you know, we're giving away $230 worth of Steam gift cards. We're giving away an 890 jump, and then we'll continue to do more giveaways after that. I'm not a big enough streamer that they just come by and say, oh, here's a vehicle you can give out to somebody. Everything that I give away comes out of my pocket. Let's see here. All collector rewards. Okay, we talked about that. Core content items. Items guaranteed with specific content. So Karenite, Align, and Mine. Rare content items. Items that are very slow spawn rate. We define and split ingredients into missions into 3 different categories. Okay. Core content items. Low or rare items. Content items. Items that spawn associated with specific content but are not guaranteed. If you look, you will likely find. Okay. All recipes have been redone and rebalanced. 2 new tabs have been added to the contract manager to accommodate all the new recipes. Wicklow vehicles, Wicklow other items. Green zone security reactivation. Green zone security around Stanton Station has been reactivated. This includes a complete rebalance of security forces with escalating response to accumulate crime rates. Cool. So when it says it's been reactivated, I don't think this was activated when I was playing. Is that where the like I've heard somebody stream, maybe it's Todd Fox or somebody else's, or maybe it's even Citizen Spooners. Where they go, halt, you're being scanned or something like that. Is that what this is? Cool. I wonder if you know if you're in a green zone or not. Further refining improvements. Cost reductions for most goods in regards to refining costs. Okay. Removal of discard costs of refinery. Okay. Additional gameplay. There's a lot going on in 4.2. 4.2.1's exciting. Resource gathering mission. Bug fixing. Incorporation branding polish. Alright. FPS mining beam brightness has been slightly reduced. Okay. Added chance for new small pure Karenite FPS mineable. Okay. Two-handed caribals are now thrown up when player takedowns instead of dropped. Oh, I think this is to keep you from glitching through the floor. I remember reading that somewhere. Executive ship components loadouts have been reverted to previous higher tier versions. Nice. So I wonder if that means that if you have an executive reward ship, you will get, it'll be upgraded, or it's just new ones. I assume the existing ones will get fixed. But knowing how good their code is going through the database, they're probably hit and miss too. Greatly reduce incorrectly high Idris turret health. Okay, didn't know that. Updated base Valkyrie to have new doors and doors panels from the outer scroll. That's nice. Valkyrie got a little update. Volt pistol, weapons lootable in AC, ammo added today in the shop. Okay, Volt pistol. So the ammo is added to these shops. 5 qualities of Alucard pearls now have separate names. Okay. Bug fixes. Ships with power set to weapons and capacitor do not update until another shot or turret is powered off and back on for full ammo capacity and recharge rates. Okay, that's whatever. Resource drive contract names overlap the number of contracts available. Yeah, I've seen that. Missions does not progress after destroying targets. That's good. That sounds good. Mission lock variables have been behave erratically. Materials submitted towards resource drive goals are inconsistently counted toward SU score. Okay. Creatures aren't spawning once egg has been taken. Okay. Apex audio sound. Your total progress bar. Okay, so a lot of that's the new stuff. I haven't done hardly any of the new content. I just haven't been interested in it. I'm not interested in a funnel P versus P area for the most part. I'm usually just kind of messing around my own ship. If there's a group of people playing, I'll join them and do them. But I don't go out of my way to do that. Is there anything else worth pulling up? I try not to do the leaks and whatnot. So we've gone over that. We did that. All the submission stuff. The Wicklow update. Submissions. Maintenance. We had maintenance today too. Yeah. Yeah, I've been kind of keeping my eye on this. I don't think there's been anything crazy I want to see. All right. Other than there was this. I don't know if y'all saw this or not. I meant to go grab this. Let me grab this and show this to you. This is cool too. Here we go. Nope, it's this email. Huh, must not have emailed it to me. Shoot. Alright, I'll look for it next stream. Alright, let's get into Star Citizen. Close all that. Let's play the game. Where did you see the stuff about the Wicklow changes? Here, I'll post a link. If you join my Discord, under there is Star Citizen Dev, and it has like all Star Citizen Devs comments and stuff like that. So it's was like the third one. But I'll post this in the chat here too. And I won't show this on stream, but there's a lot of leaks and stuff in this little channel. Some cool things if you're interested in that kind of stuff. Yeah, my Tropical Paradise Resort's been turned off for now. I'm going to revisit that later. Alright. What was the too long, didn't read the Chrono video? You like, what are my thoughts of Chrono, or some Chrono video that I was supposed to watch and probably didn't? Where is, here we go, Robert Space Industries, live launch. My too long didn't read of Chrono Odyssey is, I was liking the crafting. I didn't like how crafting cost money. So if I spend the time to go and get a bunch of resources, I probably don't have the money to craft the items I want. Oh, I don't know, man. I post so much shit. I have no idea what I posted. Oh, yeah. No, because and after the fact.
But then I realized that this wall is actually a giant door.
And this is also another thing too. Like, why is it that you're teleporting in here and there's no indicator that you should go to this door? The player.
I 100% did that. If anybody was watching me play Chrono, I just got teleported into this room. You can't tell this is a door. And the only thing you have is this portal, and I clicked on that portal in the middle. And so then I go all the way to somewhere else, realize I need to come back to this place and find this door and click on the door. Just the game has a pathing issue. Thanks, Rekart. Thanks for the follow. It has a pathing issue because sometimes too they at the beginning of the game they can overcomplicate the number of levels and wherever you're at, and you can be right on top of something, but we need to be way down below. That kind of stuff can be fixed, but I was just saying that 100% happened to me. I wasted so much time. This is exactly what Asmon's saying right here.
Here at this point, starting to play the game, hasn't created enough video game logic inside of this universe to understand that this is a door.
Thanks for the follow, Prophet.
I bet a lot of people got confused by this and they didn't know what to do.
And Asmon wasn't confused, but he's 100% right. It was not obvious.
How many people do you think probably click this instead of clicking the door? Probably a lot of them.
Me.
And again,
Me.
going back to the iPad
Yeah,
example.
exactly.
Just because
Yeah. And so I like some things of Chrono Odyssey. But then after having a chance to kind of digest it, what is this out of curiosity? This was Chrono Odyssey because I played the beta the past weekend. And so someone was asking about it, so I was just kind of talking about it. But I don't like that it costs money to craft. And I wouldn't mind if it costs money to craft, but I could spend $500 to make a $250 sword. So I'm losing money. So I have to spend half my resources just selling those just to craft. And I hated that whole concept. So one of the things I've been doing is not showing what server I'm on. So let me join in. Did I miss a follow? We're not gonna follow alert? Or is that oh yeah, I got the Twitch alerts. Hold on, let me turn that shit off. And disable you. Turn that shit off. Alright, so all I'm doing is I'm logging into the server I want to play on. So I'm going to start to make that kind of a habit. So I thought, since I hear people always talking about, oh, the whole C doesn't work. One of the things I like to do early on in a patch is take the whole C out and see if it's working. My experience, it works 80% of the time. Other people says it works. Yeah. Other people says it works 20% of the time. And after the 4.0 patch and when they got the like 4.1, it's been highly reliable for me. All right. So that's what I thought we'd do. Thought we'd pull the whole C out and see what's cooking. I guess I need something to drink. Uh-huh. That there. That was some of the loot I grabbed. And if you don't know, all you need is 2 bottles. Yeah, we'll see, Tier. We'll see. We'll see. That's what we're going to do. I also see people, I don't know, just do different stuff. So you can have infinite drinks. All you need is 2 drinks. Quit throwing water bottles on the ground. If you're throwing water bottles on the ground, you're part of the problem. Ooh, I didn't mean to do that. Through it. See, don't do that. Don't do what I just did. You want to store it. And then boom. In the 100% pile. So I got 2 100%. I'm going to drag 1. Then we're going to drink it. Ooh, I got injuries. We're going to have to go into a med bed anyway. Drink it all. Store it back in your backpack. So as long as you have one that's 100%, then it'll go to the 100% pile. So quit throwing bottles on the ground. You're contributing to the server lag. Stop it. Get some help. Normally I'll be like, oh, it's a glitch or whatever, and I wouldn't want to take advantage of it. But because I don't, they have their persistent entities, and these bottles hang around everywhere.
Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
That's see, exactly. Exactly. Alright, what room do we got here? Proceed to room deuce. Where's room 2? Room deuce. There's a deuce right here. Here he is. Yeah, I was at Hathor last time I logged on, so apparently I got hurt a little bit more than I thought I did. I don't go care. Select injury. Right, treatment. Warren treatment. I love to dispose of bottles properly, but there's a large lack of trash cans. But even if you put them in the trash cans, they're still in the game. Like right now, if the trash cans actually took it out of the game, depends on what I expect. 100% delivery of 700k missions is around 10% of me. It's usually missing a few. Well, yeah. So I consider Yuri. If I deliver the mission and I have more than 50% of the SCU, I consider that successful. I don't think I've ever seen it where it's been like just 50%. To me, it's like what you said. It's like either it doesn't work, or you have like 10% or less, or you have 90% or more. You know what I mean? So if it's in the 90% or more, I consider it a success, right? If I'm delivering 4,000 SU and I deliver 3,800, good enough for government work. If I'm delivering 3,800 and they give me 100, I already know it's going to fail, right? All right, let's treat this one. So yeah. But the people I'm talking about, they say like it's just not working for them. It's just not working. All right, so we're all good now, I think. Let's get out. So yeah, I'm considering success, you know, generally, because I know it doesn't always give you the full SCU. That is, it used to be pretty common for me. But now it's just not anymore. Do I need anything? Yeah, we got plenty of all that crap. Nice outfit. Guess we'll pull the whole sea out here, huh? Can I pull the whole sea out in a large hangar? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull something large here. And then we'll pull the whole sea out. My paints are in Orison, so I won't have my paints here. We'll go default.
retrieval system.
We'll go default. Let's pull like a hammerhead so we can get a large hanger. Hey Jedi, welcome in, welcome in. So what I'm doing here is I want to be in the hangar.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following
Stock.
location.
I actually have upgraded components too, and it's all back in Orison. I know. The reason why I'm pulling the hammerhead out first is I want to get down into the hangar and then pull the whole C, because I don't want it doing any shenanigans and giving me a dock or something. I want a hangar. So I want to be in the hangar when I request the whole C. Alright, let's see here. Large hangar. Yeah, I got that one paint that's like one color in the front, like white, I think, and then something else in the back. I like that one. Welcome in, Rainbow. Should be building my own Arthur soon. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play some Dune tomorrow. I think tomorrow's stream will be some Dune. In fact, I'm thinking making Fridays is Dune Day. Because I don't want to not play Star Citizen and some other stuff, but I don't want to 100% just play Dune either. So I think I'm going to make Dunes at least on Fridays. Maybe some other days too, but at least on Fridays. Let's see here. So we want to pull the Miss. All C. Grab him. Request delivery. Okay, and stored. I hate how it switches the numbers. The numbers need to like just be static. So this one wasn't the one with the 2. And then I pulled it, and now it's the one with the 2. That annoys the hell out of me. It's a cool game, and I want to unlock everything. You mean unlock? Yeah.
Vehicle select. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Even multiplayer games, if it's got a good story, I like doing the story, so I want to at least complete the story.
Please visit us again.
Alright, so I'm going to put some of the stuff here. So we got a plushie. Hey, we picked him up. We got some pants. We got a fuse. Do I need those? That will just leave here. Put that there. C54. C54. Alright. I'm with you on the numbering. Pick a system of state. Yeah. Well, and I have like 4 atlases too, just because I like to have them for different purposes. And they have different paints and stuff, and it annoys me when the number changes. Yep, we're gonna run with the stock whole C. I know. I don't think I have my currently piloting anymore. I got rid of that. Oh no, I have that. What's our number? 2847. Hull C 2847. Okay, there we go. I need to make that prettier. Alright, so it's been a while since I've taken the whole C out. Alright, let's get into her. Should be an elevator. I think we get in this way. Yeah. Hop her on. And... Alright, there we go. So yeah, I don't have Mr. Photo on my list, and I'm gonna add the code that Todd Fox was talking about wanting to add, so I don't have to maintain a list of like shout outs and stuff. In fact, let's go ahead and do that anyway. Shout out Mr. Photo. So like this, I have to manually type that, right? I'm gonna do what he wants to do. I'm gonna give him the code. If someone raids me or just chats, I want to automate it and do an automatic shout out. And I just haven't done any of that. Yeah, it's like so much stuff I don't want to automate, so I don't have to do stuff. I just want to hop in, turn the stream button on, and start playing. That's my goal, is to get to the point where I just hop on, turn the button on, and get going. All right, so yeah, just standard silver, standard everything. I have all the upgraded components, as long as I didn't lose them. I don't know if I lost them or not. Hey ATC, this is the Hull C2847 requesting departure. Push the button, don't push the button. Oh, I can, the turbulence stuff. You can see it's moving a little bit. See it's moving? I know they disabled the ground turbulence, but I haven't really played a lot since 4.2 dropped. Hydrate. I just hydrated. I drank like 3 bottles of Crux. Where's my bottle? We'll hydrate. Alright. Oh, don't shoot people. Let's get out of the way here and then we'll grab a mission. I don't even remember where I'm at. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Where am I even at? I am at... Oh, I'm at Bikini Point. Okay. Let's see here. I could have gone right down there. Not Orison. Area 18 is my home, this one.
We can kill it.
That's right. If it bleeds, we can kill it. Contracts. So yeah, when you're like start getting lots of experience level and hauling, you get lots of contracts. Alright, let's see what the big ones are. They're usually near the bottom. Let's grab a big boy mission. There's a 7-Eleven. What is this one? This one is Terra de Magnus. 3494. This one is Everest de Pyro. What was this one? Yeah. One of the things I do is I do try to stay away from Everest. So the advantages of Magnus, Terra, and Pyro is you can go right to the station. And when you got a fully loaded cargo and you go to like Everest, then you don't always jump right to Everest, right? You go down to the planet, then you have to maybe hit a couple of OMs to get where you need to do. It actually takes time. And then Everest is just used for a lot of other stuff too. It can become a buggy station. So I actually try to stay away from Everest. Just 2 of them. All right, so let's grab this one. I don't want the Everest one. We'll grab the senior one here. Let's accept him. And where are we going? We're going to the Terra. Let's get our nav mode on. And maps. Terra Gateway. Alright, looks good. Do I have more that's delivery. I want to head towards the pickup. Collect shipment. Punch it, Chewie. Let's do marbles. Look, one of the cool things about doing the whole sea is I can do marbles. Because right, we got all the downtime with the we got all the downtime. Random play, but because I don't want to mess out on the gameplay, we're going to drop the timer down to 60 seconds. Start. Major. Chip, welcome in, welcome in. You gotta be quick on these. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, there's trait. Need a video game console in Star Citizen ships, so I can pull something up there. That'd be cool. All right. Like I said, this is a short quantum, so I had to do the timer a little bit shorter. Ooh, have we done this map? No, we haven't done that. We have not done this map before. So this is a new map we have not done. I don't know what's going to happen here. Oh, are we going to have problems? Let's make it full screen here. Hey, Cactus, welcome in, welcome in. And after I collect the cargo, we're obviously going to do another marbles, just because that's going to be a longer ride. All right, Star Citizen newsfeed or something, that would be cool. Yeah. and you know, with AI now, with like, you know, voice AI and stuff like that, you could even have a Star Citizen radio channel easily of some of the latest news and stuff. Kind of like, you know, Fallout in the radio station or whatever. And maybe to have it adapt to what the person's actually doing. All right, so we got Non-Hollow, Newbie, Prophet, Qual. I have no idea. Where's the finish line here? Is this the finish line? Like, where do we go? I don't see. Oh, whoa, no, there's more. There's mountains. Wait, but wait, there's more. There's nothing here. Holy smokes, you got to go way over there. What on earth? Is this like a visible map? It'd be fun if there's a QT animation where your character kicks his feet. Yeah, feet up on the dashboard. That would be cool. So yeah, you go to Cloud 9, I guess. Yeah, we lost 4 or 5 people. So Newbie, Yuri. Let's get some codes handed out. All right, Nubie, Whisper, boom. This one, I think it was Yuri that was second. Who was second? Yuri was second. And then Oz, welcome in, Oz. Alright, there's going to be another Marbles here shortly as I make my way to Magnus. So stay tuned. Alright, we're here. So it looks like the cargo panels are over there. And I'm last. The thing is, Dole, you're either first, second, or third, or you're last. It doesn't matter. And I don't know how this gameplay is gonna turn out, but I would be so happy to be part of a large org that's building a space station, and I just get my whole sea and deliver tons of cargo to build a base. Better be last and fourth. Yeah, get it over with. You know, I look forward. I hope that gameplay loop really requires hauling a lot of resources. Because that would be cool. That's what I really want to do. Alright. Okay, so let's get our spindles out. See if he opens up. Yep. Transformers. Robots in disguise. We'll skip the ad. Hopefully the ad will kick in during the next marbles. Not marbles, but the next quantum. Alright, we're going to get a little bit closer. Then we're going to held cargo. Finally off to work. Another new software project with to-do list. Thank God I work 410s. It's weekend time to hit the verse. All right, Cyclops. Welcome in. Welcome in. Here. Isn't that what they're supposed to be doing with the orgs and eventually building big? Yes, yes. The thing is, Yuri, until I see it in game, you know, they can change stuff, right? Yeah, base mining will be tied in there. Yeah, that's just it. So it's just, you know, until they implement stuff, there's no guarantee how it's going to work. CSG tries to try for realism, which would be more common. Combat pilots or truckers. Truckers. All right, let's see if we can actually hail somebody here. Comms and friends and Terra Gateway Cargo. Oh, we must not be close enough. All right, so if you're not, it's really weird. I just like, to me, this should be close enough, but I've seen where that's just not close enough. It's like I'm totally. It's really weird compared to just hailing ATC. Can't steal whole sea containers with my probably like that video. Well, I don't know. As long as you're not in a you know, no gun area, I don't see why you couldn't. Well, combat truckers in CIG's world. Yeah, as long as you're not, as long as you're in an area where the tractor beam works, I don't see why not. What am I doing? Comms, friends. All right, there we go. So we should have a blue box here. Oh, there he is. How much cargo do you think they're going to give me? Think they're going to give me all the cargo? All right, let's see here. So we need 3,400, about 3,500. Let's see how much we get here. Let's cruise it on in. And I used to try to line these up perfectly if it didn't work.
Looks like I picked the wrong week to put amphetamines.
Alright, so it's commencing. So turn my engines off just to make sure I don't mess up anything. So this holds 4,600. So we're going to get 3,500. So should be almost all the panels full with, you know, about 8/10 or so. I don't power it, but it made me laugh. Haven't pulled out the whole sea in like a year. Yeah, if you're talking about the video where the guy was, I haven't seen somebody stealing from a whole sea, but I did see the guy with the Prowler that stole the battery from people. And how Thor, is that the video you're talking about? Because that was funny. And what would be really cool is when they get rid of this magic animation and you actually see drones come out, the MPU cargo ships, and they're like plapping them all on, like 100 of them. Just popping all the cargo on. That would be so cool. And can you imagine the whole E? What's the whole E? Like 96,000 cargo? No, it was the Power Utility video CIG released with the ship. Was like, you need your shields to be down first. Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess if you have the shields on, you can't steal from it. But you can take the cargo off. I mean, I can take the cargo off. I think it's worth trying. I'm happy to throw some cargo on here if anybody wants to try to grab some. Take the whole day loading and unloading. Yeah, I know. That's all right. We got it because I can see the lowercase t, which means you had caps lock on and you actually hit T to go uppercase and then everything else. Yeah, we can see what happens. But it makes you wonder too that if it holds 96,000 SCU, that then by the time they implement the whole sea, will they have even bigger containers? What's the biggest container right now? 32? Yeah, 32. So will they come up with 64 or 128 SCU containers? Things like that. Yeah, I melted my holy upgrade. I don't think I'll ever have enough money to fly that trip. My holy is just part of the package I have. It's relaxing watching it just pop on. I find it relaxing. I heard ships as cargo. I heard of ships as cargo even. Should make 10k bricks later on, so it's much easier. Yeah. That'd be cool. You can load a ship on the grid. That would be, oh yeah. So things like the Kraken, yeah. I mean, the Kraken's gonna have to have some way of a ship attaching on, because right now, like the Polaris and the 890 Jump and the Idris, there's an actual hangar that closes. Whereas if the hangar doesn't close, the ship still needs to stick on. And right now, if you put like an Atlas on top of a vehicle of some sort, if you like put it on top of it, it won't stay, because as you move the ship forward, the Atlas just falls off. So they'll need to implement some kind of sticky mechanism for ships too, on stuff like the Kraken. Are we still popping on somewhere? Do we see any more coming? Oh, there it is. I can see it right there. There it is. At the bottom there, it's popping on. What you know it's done is you'll see the grid show back up here in a minute. And that's when it's done. Yep, so we've loaded up. Alright. But it's still popping on animation-wise. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, so let's get back into here. Let's get out of this area, and then we'll jump into quantum here. Alright, so where are we going? We are going to... Where are we going? Magnus. So that's going to be a long haul. Alright. If you were to update one thing with the whole sea, what would it be? I don't know. I think it's a great ship. I mean, I don't want every ship to do everything. Right? You could say, oh, a medical bed would be nice or something, but you really don't do a lot of combat. Although I did do life on the whole sea. But I don't know if I'd change anything, to be honest. Like I said, I don't need every ship to do everything. Make it a Drake ship. Is the Ironclad a Drake? I mean, obviously it doesn't hold as much as the whole sea, but that'll be a big cargo ship. Alright, let's see if we can get a path now. What am I doing? Magnus. Yeah. There you go. Alright, why am I not getting my quantum? I think I got a lot of lag here. There it goes. A lot of lag. A lot of lag. Okay. Let's get another marbles. Movers. Alright, this time one winner gets 3 codes. Battle Royale. One winner, 3 codes. Oh, and I got ads going. Hold on. Snooze one more time. One winner, 3 codes. I mean, outside of the obvious stuff other than fixing bugs, right? Like you said, you know, getting the missions working. Ooh. Yep, 1 winner, 3 codes. If you survive the Battle Royale, you're going to get 3 codes. Spike and Cyclops. Ooh, look at this. Got jets. Oh, this sign's like floating in the air. Cool. Woo! All right, here we go. All right, full screen. Winner takes all. A sign with a yeah, VTOL. Oh, Nin's out, but Nin, quite often we see people get resurrected. Sometimes it's not bad to be out first. Jedi, we lost Major. Carbon's out. Absolute. Newbie. Dawn. Water. Gone. Ooh, Attack Cat with the jump. Attack Cat going after Dory. I like how you can see who they're actually going after, too. That's so cool. Boom, Attack Cat, man, with the jump. Hudson Hawk's out. Cyclops is done. Yuri's out of the runnings. But we have some zombies. They're still in the game, but if you're red, you're a zombie. And that means you're just there to cause problems. They really bullied my marble. Were they all on you? Qual's out.
It's a top 10 situation.
Yes, it is. What's your background? You live in Hawaii or something? Florida. Yeah, I like, I wear Hawaii. I'm known for wearing Hawaiian shirts. All right, final 9. Oh, Vest coming in, sneaking. Oh, hello, fellow Floridian. Boost Super Saiyan, yeah. But yeah, we get it. We get it.
Laser.
Laser. Still got 9. What's going on? Why aren't we killing these people? Come on, zombies. Are we out of quantum yet? All right, no. How much more we got? Yeah, we're halfway there. All right, final 7. Final 6. Attack Cat's out. Final 5. Got the Brash, Doles, Trait. Nope, Brash is out. Rufus. Rufus, Trait, Doles. Final 3. Look at the slow zombies. Look at them. Final 2. Rufus and Doles. Oh, Rufus. Rufus with the big win. The big win. 3 codes. All right, let's see here. 3 codes. Rufus EU. Final results. All right, we got Twitch ads going to pop on. We still got 15 gigameters, so it all kind of works. A little break. From last to worst. How's the update been? Do I need to ask before logging in? I don't know. I haven't really played much. This is why we're doing the whole C. Is to see how bad things are. If the whole C is working, things are fine. Right? If anything breaks quickly, it's the whole C. I am real excited about 421. Some good stuff. I might do some Wicklow stuff. Now that they're not random. When 421 drops. I might do one. I want to get the ICD. So I probably need to do a little bit of that. Because I don't think that's a random giveaway. Alright. We have Twitch ads going. But I'm going to get in position. And then I'm going to wait for the Twitch break to end. And then I'll initiate the cargo. What do you think, Yuri? You think I have 3,494 SCU on the ship? I think so. I think we got a full load. The ship is so heavy. Put the brakes on. Slow her down. The thing about a fully loaded hull C or close to fully loaded is they have momentum like you won't believe. They are hard to slow down. I'm probably going to go past this. I might have to turn around a little bit. But I try to not point directly at it. That way if I cruise past it. I think I'm going to be pretty good here. I think we're going to end up being in a decent position here. $33 SCU missing. Alright. It wouldn't surprise me. It's not been often I've seen the last few times I've done whole C's to have a full load. Like, it seemed like there was a point there somewhere in one of these patches where I would get full loads. But I can't remember the last time I got a full load. It's been a while. Alright, looks like ads are in about 40 seconds. Gonna be just about perfect timing. So we'll wait till they get here. And we'll held cargo. You got 25 seconds. The new referral program looks sweet, and I can't believe they made Miss Raptor a real thing. I saw, oh, that's what I should have shown. Maybe we'll do that in one of the next shorter cargo quantum runs. Where was that posted? Like, I saw somebody posted this in my Discord, but I don't know where they saw it. Right? Where's the Star Citizen? Here we go. So I saw this. Like, where was this posted? Because there's no dev thing that followed up on it. Twitter? Well, they need to include Twitter. Twitter. You guys are full of shit. Yeah, I know they did a joke. So are both of them jokes? I'm confused because I don't see it on their Twitter account. It's in the referral link. All right, thanks, Yuri. We'll look at this after I do the cargo roll. We'll pull this up. All right, so we're back from Twitch ads, and let's see if we can deliver our cargo. Contracts, comms, here we go. Friends and Magnus Gateway. All right, we were close enough. Let's see where our blue box is. Damn, that box is like, man, this thing is so heavy. It's a blur. Yeah, I want to read the whole referral thing. I haven't read the referral thing. But I wish there was a dev post, because I like relying upon that feed being all the content. Like, I even get updates. When they update the website, the Null Space articles, it even updates that. Alright. See if we can get this here. I'm kind of floating. So I used to try to align everything perfectly and then I would initiate it. But if you get out of the seat, that'll start the transfer. See how it started the transfer? So now it's transferring. Should be popping it all off here. Yeah, you can see it coming off. I expect a more detailed dev post on Spectrum closer to launch. Yeah, but I still like to see that kind of stuff, so I need to... I'm gonna create an AI bot that summarizes the feeds in a way that summarizes the important stuff. Like, have it read through Spectrum, everything. Any popular post on Spectrum go off, anything popular on Reddit go off, anything. Just monitor all that shit. Where are we at? Where are we popping off? Oh, there it goes. You think it'll get those small containers? Looks like a 4 and a 2. Oh. Picked it all up. Oh, damn, you were almost spot on, Yuri. Oh shit. No. I forgot it was right there in front of the station. I'm loving AI now. After going to MS Build this year, if you're in tech and you aren't using AI every day, you're just getting left behind by people that are. Can it do all your job? No, not yet. But man, it greatly speeds up stuff. All right, so we got here 68, 78, 88, plus 6. 36. You were 3 off, Yuri. Impressive. Most impressive. So you can see, I don't consider that, I mean, it's bug, but this is working, right? You pretty much have 90%, 98% of the cargo. 8 million away from the whole sea. Auto load is the way to go. Yeah. So if it doesn't complete everything, and as you can see there, it only delivered most of it. All you got to do is go to contracts. and submit it. But be careful. If you have less than half of the cargo delivered, you'll fail the mission and you'll lose tons of rep. So you want to make sure you have over 50% of the cargo delivered. So we're going to submit that. And we got our money. And we'll grab another mission. And it's Helen all the time now. I hate that. That's why it's asking for the cargo transfer requested. All right, let's see what we got left. Contracts. Let's see what next big boy missions we have. Offers. Hauling. So we got stay away from Everest. And Terra, just run back. So is there anything we can take from Magnus to Terra? Wouldn't it be great to be able to filter on this? There's two of them from Terra to Magnus. What am I looking for? Magnus to Terra? Like, even a filter button that says, show me what's at my station where I'm currently at. I really don't care if it's a small one or not. I just want to take something with me. Magnus to Pyro. Oh, Pyro to Magnus. Man, is there nothing here? There's nothing for Magnus except for going to like Everest. I don't want to go to Everest. Rep, you need to get those 700k missions. When you get experience, you get the 698 ones, and that's when you get the big missions. And then when you turn senior, then there's one more mission that shows up that's 711. But when you get experience, you get the big ones. Yeah, there's Squad Douche. I was like, damn, I need to do my cargo missions again. Oh yeah, this is super easy money because, you know, you're not really doing anything here. Was there nothing, Pyro, anything out of Magnus? I could do this. I don't go to Everest. I just don't want to go to Everest. Everest sucks. There's literally two. No, just one. No, there's two Terra to Magnus. They should have made one of these the inverse of that. Can you rent the whole sea? I think so. You know how you can find out? If you go to the wiki page, there is a link down to other stuff. So like find an item in game. It takes you to finder.cstone. And then you can see where you can buy it and whatnot. Don't look like it's rentable. You can buy it. It's not rentable. So no, you can't rent the whole sea. Interesting. Like if you could rent something, take for example the whole A. This is what it looks like. So if you do find in game, you can see you can rent, you can buy it for 1.7, or you can rent at these places. So don't look like you can rent the whole sea. Yeah, no, you can't rent the whole sea. How is the miscellaneous whole sea similar? Hey, Doc. So there just wasn't hardly anything out of Magnus. I think if you swap servers, you can get some different variations of these missions. And I think what you want, I'm trying to remember, it's been a while. You want to, I think there's a Pyro Magnus loop you can do that's more efficient. Because all these are going to Everest, and Everest slows you down quite a bit, especially with the whole sea. I'm almost tempted to hop servers. Yeah. Very tempted to hop servers. See if there's some different missions. Because there wasn't. The only ones that are out of here, I'll take you to Everest. Oh, we can take this. Let's go to Pyro. Let's see what's in Pyro. Let's just grab this and go to Pyro. Alright. So now we should be able to go into the cargo deck. It's already been called. We actually have 3 minutes to get in there. Hull A's not all load. We've tested that. The Hull C is the only mission that does this. Polaris, nothing like that. You would think the Hull A could do this, but nope. Because it's basically the same thing as the Hull C, just smaller. Yeah, Hull B would be good. Hull B would be good. Am I still moving? I am still moving. I can see it floating just a little bit. This shouldn't take long to load up because it was just a little bit of cargo. I don't see any of it coming on. I'm not seeing any of it load on. Yeah, so this is missions bugged. So we definitely are bugged because it just didn't give me any cargo. And it says it's complete. So what we're going to do is this. We're going to back out. I'm actually going to server hop.
Thank you. And please visit again.
I'm going to server hop. And see if I can get some better missions here. Hey Meek, welcome in, welcome in. We're gonna try to bedlog. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. We don't have a cabin quarters in here, so we just need a regular bed then. Lie down. Damn it. Oh, I had it. There we go. Bedlog. So I'm gonna pick another server. So that means going to switch to full screen. And I'm actually gonna just change my region. Alright, we're going in. Oh, you know what? Is it keeping the chat text like that? Hold on, let me fix that. I thought I had it set up to disable, like to disappear after a little bit. My scenes. Tropical all. Is there a sort here? I don't know which scene it was. Shit. I think it was this one. Man, I don't know which scene it was. Oh, here we go. I found it. Because I don't like that chat staying like that. Alright, let's do this. And settings. And options. Hide old messages. There we go. Okay. And save. There it goes. Okay, much better. I was making some changes there. Alright, we're back on our ship on a different server. Well, that's the teleporter, or the teleporter, the turret. I was trying to remember, what in the world was that chair for? Alright. See what missions we got now.
Hello, how can Miss help you today?
I don't know. How can you help? Offers. Hauling. What's our rep look like? Who is this one? Kovalix. Yeah, we're just a little bit into senior. After I got senior, I just didn't really... I mean, experience of the nice ones. Alright, contracts and offers. Hauling. Let's see what the big ones are. Terra to Magnus. Terra to Pyro. Everest to Pyro. Ooh, so let's, if we can make our way to Pyro. I want to go to Terra. I think I might be on a good server though. Magnus to Everest. Let's see what comes out of Magnus. The Master Hauling missions aren't good any. Oh yeah, they're not. I'm just saying. I just want to like get it, like just to check it off. I know they're not any good. All right, let's find a Magnus mission. Magnus to Terra. Here we go. Perfect. Now this server's got a Magnus to Terra, so now we got a path. We got a Terra to Magnus, Magnus to Terra, at least somewhat path. Now let's turn our engines on. Let's Get a little bit closer. Let's extend our spindles. Next sure they're opening up. There they go. Robots in disguise. Alright. Get a little bit closer because for some stupid reason you need to be like insanely close. If you're close enough to haul cargo, that should be close enough. Otherwise, don't have the held cargo option. Alright. 2 comes held cargo. Oh, there we go. Should have a blue box somewhere. Oh, right in front of us. Let's see if we can get in. See, that other server, we didn't have a Magnus and Terra mission. This one we do. Alright, I'm reloading cargo. Alright, reloading something. Yep, got a little bit there. There we go. Ooh, that popped on fast. What was it, about 500 we're doing here? 500 SCU? Are we loading? Are we done? We might be done. Yep, we're done. Don't see it load anymore either, but for some reason the grid's not popping on. That looks like a lot. Alright. It says transfer pause, so it makes it feel like it could do more. Let's see if we can grab some more. Can we get some more? I wish, just like it tells you when it unloaded, how much it's loaded. That would be cool. Alright, let's see if we can get all the seats, see what happens. So it's not what it's like. Doesn't feel like it's done giving me, but it won't give me anymore. Because it's not bringing up the grid lines. How much do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, sorry, hold on. 4 times 6, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, was this another 12? Can't see. So 24, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. What is that? Are these 32s? 32 times, what did I say it was? 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So that's 896. Are those 16s or 32s? Are these 16s? These are 16s. Are 32s too high? Because this is too much for this mission. Otherwise. 28 times 16. Yeah, that looks about more right. And then we got some small ones there. We got a few small ones. So how much are we supposed to do here? Yeah, 518. So that's probably all that's good enough for government work. Where are we going? We're going to Terra. Am I not tracking the mission? Am I not tracking? Halsey just became the poop truck. Contracts. Huh, I wasn't tracking. Alright, where are we going? We're going to Terra. Maps. Let's go into quantum mode first. Alright, Terra Gateway. Route. We've done one. The second mission I grabbed seemed like it bugged out, so I swapped servers. So now we're heading back to Terra so we can do a big one again. It didn't give us a full load, but it was like, out of 3,500, it was like 3,450 of it. Alright, so we got a little bit of a quantum haul. Where's my marbles? Come on, marbles. Let's do back to a race. We'll do top 3. Random play. Looks like Nin's got the record here, and let's kick it off. Hey, Texas Horning Toad, 07s. While we're in quantum here. Let's get our other set of codes ready. I'm doing great, Texas. Doing good, man. How are you? Just doing some whole scene missions, seeing how the servers are doing. 50-50. Although we didn't waste a lot of time on the second one. We just immediately server hopped. $40 seconds. Top 3, get codes. $20 seconds. All right, let's full screen it. Maybe one day we'll do a whole day of marbles. Nothing but marbles. I won't do that until I automate the code giveaway. I don't want to be like my arms sore. I'm copy and pasting. Absolute. Marble Grand Prix. Yeah, we'll have an overall marble winner. Remember the lady we were watching? Welcome in, Cruz. Welcome in. Remember the lady we were watching, and she had like this board, so like we could have a grand prize winner. I think it would be fun because apparently you can get drops too for marbles. When I finish some automation, I'll switch the game mode over from time to time, but I got to get that automated because I obviously do more than one stream, and I want to have some kind of cool board. game board that you move along. I can't tell when they're all spinny like this who's in first. Steam Deck, yes. Yeah, but the Steam Deck doesn't automate passing out the codes, Dory. I've automated before. You have to automate it before the Steam Deck can do it, right? I mean, they can automate stuff too, but I mean, that's the whole point. You got to automate it. And this is a little bit more involved, but that's, you probably weren't here at the beginning, but that's the code I've been working on, was to set the foundation to easily give away the codes to people. Absolute was out early and kept the lead. Huck Finn and Cyclops. Yeah, I know, but I have a whole thing I want to do on that. Like, there's a lot of stuff. It's central to everything I'm trying to do. All right. Let me get these codes here. All right. Who came in first? Absolutely came in first. All right, Katie, you're in my way. I can't see. I took her to the doctor today. She got an antibiotic shot. All right. Absolute was in first. And then we got Huck Finn. Like, the code I wrote is central to doing a bunch of stuff I want to do. At least you finished this time. And who was third here? Third was Cyclops. All right. Yeah. Well, I've seen a little bit. We're gonna watch this. I think on the next travel here. How much we gotta go? Yeah. So I know it's been announced. I haven't read through it yet. I was gonna do it while we're kind of quantuming. So I have the page up here. The new everything. And the thing is even when I posted my referral code all the time, nobody was using it, because I probably back in the day there were so many new people joining Star Citizen. Now I question how many new people are joining Star Citizen. There are new ones, but there's just not as many as I think there were in the past. And nobody was ever using my code. We started again with the ground up to bring you a completely new and improved referral program. Yep. Rewards. Recruit a friend and earn rewards. New leaderboards. Better rewards more often. Legendary loot. Wallies. And finally, and most excitingly, our rewards ladder has been fully refreshed, giving you more frequent, more meaningful unlocks. But that's not the thing. Here we go. This is the big news. You've heard that right, and no, it's not an April Fool's joke. The Miss Raptor is one of the legendary new rewards available in the update ladder. While it's been added to the reward track, it's still in development and will be delivered at a later date, just like everything else in Star Citizen. I'm annoyed with the reset. I believe it. We'll share more than once. I mean, I know for me it didn't impact me because, like I said, I don't have anybody doing it. But I realize, people, they were in on the heyday of stuff. People coming in excited, so the referral program worked a lot. That's harder to get referrals now. And if they think this is going to boost it, I don't think it is. I mean, I think at this point, it's such a small 610s towards the Gladius. Oh, man. Let me pick up my, let me drop my cargo off. And then there's a video we're going to watch, too, related to this. Man, am I far away or what? Where's the cargo section? Am I not seeing it? Oh, it's on it's on the far distance there. Oh, still got the transfer pause. I don't know if it's going to work. It's like stuck on transferring. I don't know if it's going to work. I thought after I quantum, it would have gotten rid of that transfer paused. Oh, really? There you go. Yeah, my anger over most of the folks aren't streamers in a rush to get into the game has come and gone. And when the game releases, people will buy in mass, not referrals. Yeah. I mean, the next, to me, when Star Citizen is released, when Squadron 42 is released, will be the next big push to do Star Citizen. And I don't either, Django. I just don't. I mean, I like the game. I enjoy it. I am absolutely not going to push this towards my sons to play, friends, or anything. Because I know 99% of them aren't going. They're not. It's not that they don't like the idea of the game. They're not going to be patient with the bugs. They absolutely are not going to be. Yeah, Yuri. So I don't understand. So Jedi says the progress doesn't count, and you saying they are. So one of those has to be true, another one has to be false. They both can't be true. Well, I'm not understanding you all. You got three options. I'm not understanding you all, or somebody's wrong. Wait, that's two options. You keep what you have, but you're no longer getting towards the old progress. There you go. Well, maybe we'll read the fact a little bit more closely. And if you already got 5 in the last referral system, how would you get prices for the 5 referrals in the new system? The post says progress continues on both. Yeah, I mean, Yuri, they did, or Jedi, they did make changes after this huge pushback, so maybe now the progress does. We'll read through the facts. We'll see what it says. Alright. Let's see if we can get this to work. I don't know if it's going to work. What do we think, guys? You're in know if this will work. Hey, well, at least we got this. I have no idea if this is going to work. Oh, no, it's popping them off. It's done, but it didn't take them all off. What do we get? Oh, it delivered 514 out of 518, though. Well, that's crazy. But now I got all these extra things in my container. No, but if you had 5 and earned 5 more, you are rewarded for 10 in the legacy and 5 in the new track. Well, that makes sense. I mean, that seems to be the right thing to do. So it sounds like they're keeping the old one than the new one. And if you don't have any existing referrals, you'll never can do the old one. So that seems to be fine to me. Alright, what's the best way to dump this cargo? I guess I get my turret and dump it out. Alright, let's submit this. Contracts. And submit. Boom. I don't think we got a lot of rep for that. Yeah, barely even tell. Veteran referrers should be happy. Yeah. Because basically you get two referral programs. If you've had referrals, it sounds like you now have 2 referral programs. That sounds cool. Alright, so we're going to get in the turret and yank these off. I might be too close. I don't know. Will this work? I don't know if it's going to work if I'm too close to the station. I might have to get farther away. Alright, weapons, enter lower rear remote turret. I thought there was multiple turrets. Yeah, this is the wrong one anyway. This doesn't look like the way it used to be. There we go. Okay, is that better? Do we have more now? I just have more turret options. Why do I not have the turret options? Like, there's supposed to be all 4 turrets you can code. Yeah, the original announcements with those stuff, you get cuts off. Yeah, they changed all that. Where are my turret options? Oh, here we go. So which one did I get in? Well, let's... Was it even waste I was getting? Alright. Can I reach any mores? Which turret was this? I didn't know what turret we got in. Well, let's do upper rear. Okay, I got this box there. 6 days away from the new referral system. Alright, upper remote. Aha, here's where the big ones are. Sorry, people. Game's shitty. We gotta just put shit out. If the game wasn't so horrible, then I wouldn't have to do this. This is not my fault. CIG made me do this. This is littering. That's because the game's shitty. If they could write good code that worked, if they had good architecture. These are the kind of company, they have good architecture for some things, and then the details are missing. They have a data integrity issue. Everything I've seen about this game is data integrity issues. The data just doesn't communicate with each other. What if my friend forgot to use my referral code when they create an account? We got a 24-hour grace period after account creation if they forgot. That's cool. This waste is such a waste. Free waste. Free waste. Everybody, we got free waste. Courtesy of CIG and the poor programming. Yeah, but so much of this game just involves data integrity issues. Go across the server boundary, some of the data didn't come across with you. Got some cargo? Yeah, screw it. Here's a rough amount of cargo. I mean, these are simple stuff. Like, they have such a bad... I have this vision of ugly XML blobs because of when they started development. 2010, 11, and 12. And they got these XML structures everywhere. And they have no ability to have proper data integrity check without a lot of overhead and performance. If I got a job at CIG and I was the lead software engineer, the very first thing is I would understand is why do we not always have data right? And I would tackle that first and foremost. That would be the number 1 priority, the number 2 priority, the number 3 priority, number 4 priority. Because a lot of this game would work if they had the right data they're supposed to have. We heard a while back that one of their SE YouTube videos, the devs would quit if they were put on a bug fix duty for too long. Most of them want to do new features. You know what? There's tons of developers, man. People, you know, if you aren't on board with what we're trying to accomplish, you know, you're not part of the team. But it's not even that. It's like there's plenty of people. What's wrong with the mission? I delivered. They gave me more than I needed. This is literally extra cargo they gave me. The mission was actually fine. They just gave me a shitload of the cargo that I didn't need all the extra. This is what got me on my rant, the whole data integrity issue. They have huge data integrity issues. But Django, I can tell you right now, I can find developers that will do what I need to do, and it'll do a good job. Some people just need to get up. Those are called the prima donnas, you know what I mean? And they think they're better than they are. There's tons of developers you can get that shit fixed. I bet part of the problem too is they probably don't know how to work remotely. So I've been working remotely for damn near 20 years. You might be able to take it to Grim Hex, but that's not what I'm doing. If they knew how to work remotely properly, and maybe they do, I don't know. I can find me developers that would get this stuff fixed. I don't know. The way I do it is just do a good job. Always be helpful. Don't get complacent. Like, I'm always looking for who needs help. How can I help you? How can I help you remove big hurdles out of your way? And one of the things I try to do at work all the time is I just try to make people happy. It's like, oh, you got this big problem? Let me step in and help you. When I remove it, I remove whatever the hurdles are and move on to the next one. I try to be as helpful as I possibly can. I try to be visible too. So we use Teams. We've used other stuff too in the past, but today we use Teams. And I'm active on all the Teams channel, right? Helping people out. I'm not like, oh, I got to write these lines of code. I write these lines of code and then I check out. I go and I look around in the company and who needs help and do it for 2 ones. You learn, right? Somebody else has a problem in the company. And like maybe you haven't solved it before and you solve it, or you have solved it, or you see somebody else that has something, they solve something, and you just learn and just be visible, technically visible. All right, I think we got it all off. Oh, shit. You know what? Because I don't know which turret this is what we're going to do. That was front. I need front top. Welcome in, Vicious. Yeah. So, and I don't know if I could do it. I know other people could take that cargo and sell it. But I know if I had another account or somebody came by, they could pick up that cargo and then they could take it to Grim Hex and they could sell it. But it's waste. It's like the time effort's not worth it. So I want top. I want an upper. So I want. It should have been this one. There he is. I can see it too. Damn you. In fact, I think there was a situation where people were friends or working together. Someone would get a whole C mission, and then load it up, and then the friend would take the ship from them, take it to Grim Hex, and what they would do is they'd shoot the bottom storage off so they can land down into the hangar, and then unload the cargo when we're selling it at Grim Hex. So that scenario actually pretty sucks, because if you're short, it's not too bad, right? You can just get another mission. But if they give you too much, you really want to take the time to get it off of your ship. One of the things I like to do too is reclose everything. Make sure that looks good. Make sure there's no issues. Thanks for the follow, Purple Target. All right, that's looking pretty good. All right, so I think we can do a Terra to Magnus. Wouldn't it be nice if all functions included tractor beams were in the flight deck for all the ships? Yeah, that would be convenient. But they kind of design these ships thinking, you know, in real life, you'd have a crew on a big ship like the Whole Sea. You're going to have somebody dedicated to tractoring stuff off, right? Someone flying, someone doing something else. Like you're supposed to have crew. Not every ship is supposed to be soloable. Now, video games aren't real life, but, you know, Star Citizen does try to have a little bit of realism. They try to. All right, let's see what we have. All right, hopefully we can grab a Terror to Magnus mission here. What is this one? Terra to Magnus. There we go. 43. It's going to be almost fully loaded. Let's grab her. Got my engines off. There we go. Oh, there we go. Why is my ship not moving? I don't have the Z. So there's the Z. Did I turn my engines off too? No, now they're off. Now they're on. Engines are on. Yeah. Engines are on, no power to engines. There we go. Yeah, so you're saying you click through the Moby glass when you click on something? That sucks. Okay, where are we at? Where's the station? There's the station. Alright. Warning, collision alert. With what? Oh, with, I guess a turret or something. Alright, let's get back over here. Let's see if we can get a big boy mission. Get a big boy britches on here. We'll snooze. Let's just go through there. And then we'll read, when that's Quantum, we'll read up on a few things. Yeah, we got, look, other people drop shit off. Look, hydrogen. This is other people getting too much cargo. All right, F2. And comms. Friends. Terra Gateway. You gonna work? Hello? I need cargo. Oh, it worked. There's our box. All right, let's get our spindles out. Come on, there we go. Warning collision with what? Alright, if this loads, it should be damn near fully loaded when this is done. You have a great whole sea night, Omen Observer. Going to chill with the... see you later, Cyclops. Thanks for dropping in. See if we can get this loaded up. I don't think we're getting lots of cargo here. That doesn't look good. Doesn't look good, fellas. Come on. It is not loading any. So I did a small box. It did a 4, looks like. It did a 16. And it's not doing any more. It's not gonna load the cargo. And at this point, once it started to load cargo and then stops, I don't think you can make it. I haven't found any way to trick it into giving me more. Let's try something. I'm just kind of curious. Let's get out of the seat. I have no idea why this does anything. Pretty sure the loading logic messed up when it accidentally loads the small boxes first. No issues with... Yeah, I think so too, Django, because I've seen this before. I'm with you. So we're going to see if we can do something to trigger this to work. What I want to do, so what do we got here? Let's get in the bottom turret and let's see if we can move those boxes and see what happens. So now that we're in this situation, let's see if we can do something to cause this to work. If you remove the small ones, they're into the loading zone. Yeah, and I think I've done that before, but I'm going to try something even different than that. I'm going to do... So I want front lower. I want lower front. There we go.
Initiating ship storage procedure. For your safety, please vacate the area. Thank you for your cooperation.
It ain't gonna matter now. I guess if you get out of the pilot seats too long, they're like, screw you. And where was this other one? Can I get to that from here? Oh, I didn't mean to get out of the seat.
Itch.
Upper front. I wish you could turn a light on. Where is this box I want? Yeah, I want this one too. Put them over here. You know what? Let's just remove them. Let's just remove them. Oh shit! Don't mean to do that. So it's not like those boxes are going to make the difference. So while I'm here, but I want to get it super far away though. It's funny how there was hydrogen boxes already out here. Is it a coincidence? I think not. How far can this go? Pretty far. Alright, I can't delay the Twitch ads anymore. Enter remote rear. I want lower front. There we go. So I apologize. It is what it is. Let's put this with this one. I tell you, the remote turrets, I just have a hard time controlling. It just seems like they're very moving quite a bit. Well, it hasn't impounded us yet. Even though he said he was going to. Oh, 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 oh. Boom, baby. There you go. We got some. Yeah, I know. We're getting some. We need a lot more, though. We need at least 50%. Where are we loading? There we go. Yeah, we're loading. I'm still kind of curious that if I had it at the ends, if it would have loaded up. You know what? I think I can go grab those boxes and put them on. But there's, what was it? 4 plus 1, 5. I'm not worried about 5. If I don't have close to 90% on here, I'm not going to do the mission. Like, to me, it's not worth it. Oh, there's a whole C. Hey, hi. Hi. We're doing whole C's too. Are you bugged out? Did you get the small crates first? You know what? That's a sorting issue. Again, they have such bad data integrity issues. Someone's returning back a data set and they had the smaller ones at top when it was supposed to be at the bottom, like the end of the list. It's loading up. Yes, sir. Come on. You can do it. I have faith in you. Come on. There you go. There you go. Good job. Good job. You get that data. Come on. There you go. Come on. There you go. Good job. Good job. All right, where are we going to next? Ooh, there's a small one. See how there's a that one looks a little bit smaller. Okay. still popping up. Well, I definitely have over 50% at this point. Come on. There you go. Welcome back, Twitch viewers that were on the ad break. Are we loading anywhere? Oh, there we go. We're loading right there. Got it working, figured the trick out, got 90% of the cargo, and they impound me. Oh, man. Why? Because the coding sucks, Dole.
It's like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
Exactly. Because I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines. You're asking why? Because the coding sucks. That's why. And let me, as a software developer, let me rephrase this. You know, people may be writing the best code, and this is what they're going to say. The developer is going to say, well, my code works. The system that was supposed to give me the data didn't give me the right data. You know, and so, like, it's nobody's fault for some reason. But there's so much the Star Citizen is broken because of data integrity issues. It's just flat out data integrity issues. They need to fix. I have these visions of all these XML objects that they have, and they don't know how to do data integrity. I would have that shit fixed. I mean, that would be the number 1, the number 2, and the number 3 priority is get rid of that fucking XML. There's a reason why the entire industry moved away from XML. Yeah. I mean, everything that I've seen broken with this game is data integrity. Exactly, Attack Cat. It's just data integrity issues. And you know how we know it's XML? Oh, what we got here? Is all this shit's XML. This is why they have data integrity issues. Again, if I was in Benoit's position, first day as I step in, I go, what do we got to do to get rid of XML? What needs to happen? What do we got to do to have a freaking relational database and then an in-memory cache like Redis or something? The entire industry. So XML was big in the late 2000s and early 2010s. Everybody was doing XML, and the entire industry moved away from it. It's heavy, it's bulky, it's just cumbersome to deal with. There's not a lot of good tools to deal with it in terms of data integrity. Like, you could accomplish the same thing with JSON, and with JSON, like with a MongoDB database, you can at least have data integrity constraints and stuff. You can do indexes and things. It's very hard to do indexes on XML. Well, exactly. It's smaller. So JSON is just basically, they go, well, what was wrong with XML? And then that's how JSON came out, you know? You know what I mean? They made it smaller. It's not as much. See how it says objective? It's bulky. And there's not a lot of tools around data integrity around it. But I shit you not, I can make Star Citizen much, much more reliable. I have no doubt, the number one problem they deal with in Star Citizen is data integrity issues. No doubt. None. Zero. And I would preach that to everybody. I mean, but no, it's not a matter of me working for, I'm not going to fix it because there's tons of code to be done. But I would want to be in position to change the development to fix this. I mean, seriously, the very first day I would step in, we're going to get rid of XML. We're going to move to MongoDB. We're going to move to SQL Server. We're going to move to Oracle. We're going to move to something that's not XML structure. I'd love to know how they store it. Hey, Evolved, my Aussies, welcome in. I would love to know where they're storing that XML. I would love to know. So I know they're doing XML. They have data integrity issues. I know there's a problem. Good morning, Evolved. Good morning. If you're not following Evolved Gaming, follow him. He's one of the Aussies I like to watch in the morning as I'm having my coffee. They're always fun to watch. But I just, having not seen a line of code, but been playing Star Citizen for about 8 months. Let's see, August, September, October, November, December. So 5 months plus, what month are we in? 11 months. More like 10 months. There's no way you can't convince me the biggest problem they have is because they use XML and they don't have data integrity built around it. Yeah, no, I mean, because I'm usually not streaming when you are. I'm usually just having coffee in the morning and watching stuff. And for me, streaming is a way. So I'm going to play video games. And kind of as I get closer to retirement, I kind of see me streaming full time, just as kind of messing around. And so this is my attempt to kind of get into it a little bit early, get experience, and see how it is. I just want to play video games and chat with people and find a common community. You know what? We're going to do on marbles because I just, and I kid you not, this is their problem. And if they gave me the power in Star Citizen and CIG, and they gave me the resources to fix this, and 1 year later, I would give you a stable Star Citizen. And I shit you not. When I state that with a certain amount of humbleness. I would have this game a lot more stable. And it's probably not just the XML structure they're using, it's probably other things too. Man, I started streaming during lockdown, didn't think I'd be streaming now. But they have systems that could be fixed, and I would be able to get them fixed, given if I had the resources to do it. All right, let's pick another map here. We haven't done this one before. We haven't done this map before. So we are doing a giveaway, exclamation giveaway. We're giving away $230 worth of Steam gift cards. And we're giving away an 890 jump. Yeah, but I kid you not. I have no doubt that if I was given the right authority, I would make Star Citizen much more stable. Because first of all, working for the company, I would get a better chance to get into their system and understand what's going on. I tell my friends the same shit, Lyle. I would work for them, but I won't move to the UK. I wouldn't either. I wouldn't do it either. And that's one of the other things I think is holding them back. They still have a everybody's got to be in the office mentality. I don't think they understand remote working. You know, I'm in Zoom meetings all day. I've done technical sessions. What I love to do is paired programming. And that if I'm troubleshooting a very difficult problem at work, what I do is I tell people, hey, I'm looking into your bug here. I'm going to get on the Zoom and I'm going to record it. But come on and join me in the Zoom call as we kind of triage this so that you can learn, right? And I show them what I'm looking at and what I'm looking for and whatnot. And that's how you work remotely. You don't have to have the people right next to you. You know, one of the fortunate things I did is I got to work on a global application, 25 years ago. And a lot of people are still building kind of localized applications. And so I've naturally worked with a global populace of people for a long time. Dude, I have to go to the office 3 days a week just to take meetings over Team Zoom. Code solo in within a project or report to project managers once a week. Exactly. See, and I think that's worthless. Now, don't get me wrong. When you have a group of people together, you can have some great design sessions. But when you work remotely, and if you want to be, let's start this timer. If you want to be effective, then you have to learn how to communicate effectively. And if you learn how to communicate effectively, the requirements are effectively documented. The programming is much, much better because the requirements are more clear. And if you're designing an application, you're designing the architecture has to be much, much better. But yeah, I would, my first day in the job would be, what's not automated that we need to automate? How can we incorporate AI? And let's fix these data integrity issues that I'm almost 99% sure is because you use XML everywhere. Well, XML would be the first one. But it doesn't matter when no one says scope creep occurs 100% of the time in my experience. It does. You have to watch on it. One of the things I'm very good at is setting an MVP and working towards that. And I'm always able to have discussions with the business when they need to have a feature, and I'm able to communicate with them and tell them, what the pros and cons are. Tech debt's a real issue with the project. A big challenge I've often redo an entire system instead of choosing progress. Yeah. But that's one of the things I would do is I would, once I had a better understanding of exactly what their tech is, to come up with a roadmap to move to where they need to go. Because what I tell people a lot of times, magic can't happen. Magic can't happen. So you can say you want this in 3 weeks, but hoping and praying isn't going to make that happen in 3 weeks. Here's what you got to do to make this happen in 3 weeks. Or here's what you got to do to get to your end goal. And it's not going to take 3 weeks. It's going to take whatever. Now, at the end of 3 weeks, if you don't do what I say, you're going to be no farther towards where you need to be. And one of the advantages I've gotten, at least at my work, is I've earned the respect of being right on that more often than not. But yeah, knowing what I know now, I have no doubt that given the resources and the opportunity at CIG, I could get them to build a stable product. I'm convinced of this at this point. Sorry I can't hang around, mate. Back to work for me. All right, see you later, Revolve. Thanks for dropping by. Sorry that you hear me ranting. If you saw what happened, you know why I was ranting. I wish I could be buried in coding projects. I get bored. With all my test engineer experience, I'm frustrated with repeated bugs not getting attention. Yeah. Dory, going out strong. Yeah, see you later. I'll see you in the morning. Or my morning. Man, amaze you. Oh, got tires in the way. Oh, everybody. Oh, this is going to be so because of this design of this map, everybody gets bunched up. So it's a real race to first place. See how everybody's getting bunched up? Looks like Quiz has got it, maybe? Greg? Oh, Greg. Oh, Greg. Oh. Looks like Greg, Attack Cat, and Daft. All right, let's hand some code up. Let's see here. Greg. That map I kind of liked because everybody gets a chance to get bundled up, and then it's just whoever can get through those towers. Like sometimes you get so far behind you're never catching up. All right, who's second? Attack Cat. And I actually don't do a lot of programming these days. I mean, I'm doing more programming on the side than I actually do at work, just because I'm mostly designing systems, troubleshooting, re-engineering problems, and then having an army of developers, you know, following what I have them to do. And make no mistakes, I don't work on games, but I work on systems that will require thousands of concurrent users. They're business applications. And there's differences, but I've designed systems that require thousands of concurrent users, tens of thousands at a time, on the same system. The way they handle stuff like this is they distribute them. Have you held interviews lately? Lots of college students are scary now, only have co-pilot experience but can't design jack shit. And you know what? See, I mean, to be honest, I've interviewed a lot over the years, and the way that I take interviews is I don't go in and say, hey, what's the C# function to do whatever? I don't know. Create me a regex expression that does this. What I like to do is talk about what they've done personally, whether on the job or whatever they've done, even in school. And then I lead down questions about what they worked on, what they built, to see how they articulate it. Do they understand the technologies? Do they understand some of the principles behind it and what they're doing? And I found I can learn so much more about whether they know what they're doing or not, because you're going to find people, they're not going to be great at the syntax of the language anymore because of stuff like AI. But as long as they understood how the program is built and put together, and how to troubleshoot, and what the impact of this decision and that decision, are they smart people at the end of the day, right? Do they know technology? And that's how I've always interviewed people, because I've had people before, they have great resumes, and you go and you interview them, and I just narrow down to what they worked on. And if you were to reapproach this program, how would you refactor it? Shit like that. But you'd also need to have them think on their feet and ask, program me a grocery list. I want the name, price, quant. But see, that's just it. So a good developers these days would have AI boilerplate a lot of stuff, and then they're kind of putting it together. That's just the reality where we're going to be at these days. What path did it take where you were get at, Brash? So I grew up at a weird time. I got into technology sooner than people my age did. Not a lot of people were doing tech, but it started with a Commodore 64 and writing basic programs on the Commodore 64, and I've been programming ever since then. And one of the advantages of kind of growing up at that time is you understand how computers work. Now kids are they're hidden from the complexities of computers and how they work. They have their phones and everything's just there, and it's simplified for them, and so it's hard to learn tech. It's really weird. There's this period of old people that most old people my age don't understand tech the way I did, and so they don't understand tech. And then we had this generation of kids that were born in the 80s in the 90s that kind of grew up as technology was evolving and know technology really well. So those are the kids that helped their parents do stuff. And now we're past that. And this current generation, they don't have the complexities that we had growing up, and A drives and C drives and D drives and copying stuff. And it's so now we've gotten back to where the boomers were. They don't know tech. So I grew up in tech. I've been programming for almost my entire life. You know, and I just happened to just, and I've done it all, man. I've written in BASIC. I've written in assembler. I've actually AT&T's call waiting code. Before there was call waiting, if anybody even knows what call waiting, most people probably don't know what call waiting is. You'd be on the phone, and someone would call you, and they would get a busy signal. And when AT&T introduced their call waiting code, their logic, I worked for Siemens Stromberg Carlson, and I actually wrote some of the AT&T call waiting code for the operating switchboard that we had for them. No, that's what I'm trying to say. I've been programming on Commodore 64 when I was 10 years old, Brash. I've always coded, even before school. And then when I got into school and I got into programming classes, I knew more than the teachers did. And I've even corrected some of my college professors on stuff. So I mean, I'm just, like I said, I'm not the typical path because I've just always been on a computer, always coding. And let me tell you what, learning Commodore 64 BASIC is probably a hell of a lot easier than some of the stuff you have to learn today. Yeah, party lines, exactly, Texas. So, you know, learning technology today is just so much different. And it's just I happen to just grow at a very particular time in the industry, and just, you know, Commodore 64. My dad bought an IBM PC, wrote some programs on that, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I'm gonna log off Star Citizen. I would say that was an unsuccessful whole sea night, because clearly we got one mission, and I would say we had 2 failures. No, we did 2. No, we had 2 missions work and 2 missions fail, but I felt the overall night was a failure. But I'm going to go ahead and log him off here. We're going to do another marbles, and then we're going to raid out. Grill and basic, yeah. And a really, really cool thing, there was like a game that I loved to play called Telengard back in the day, and, you know, we'd put it in a tape. We even had just tape decks that we loaded the games in, and you can literally look at the source code. You know, now you have lots of source code too, but like all the program code, a lot of times you could easily hack into it and see what's going on. Let's do another map. I think this is a hard one. Let's do this one. Quick basic on a 333 megahertz PCs, yeah. Felt so damn accomplished following instructions back then. Yes. Missed extra credit because the teacher didn't understand my working program. I had on my senior year, when I wasn't in the programming class, but apparently one of the teacher's aide for the programming class, I wasn't in it. I was in history class, and they sent down the aide to come and get me. And I walk into the classroom, and there's my programming teacher, and then a bunch of students are standing around a monitor and a computer program. And apparently what had happened was the teacher couldn't figure out what was wrong with the program, and then all the students were egging them on, saying, "Old man observer," and obviously not saying old man observer, but old man observer was know what's wrong. And apparently that went on long enough. He says, "Okay, we'll go get them." They went and they got me, and I go into it, and I shit you not, I mean, I looked at it for like 5 seconds. I go, "This is your problem right here." Fix the problem right off the bat. So for me, programming's always been natural. I've been programming since, like I said, I've been programming since I was 10 years old. It's just what I've always done. And when I say that I could, and you know what, it doesn't mean they're not on a path of stability. Who's that? Ube! It doesn't mean CIG isn't on a path of stability too, but I know what I would do to get them on a path of stability, and I'm confident I'd be able to get them there as long as I got the resources to do it, because I know what I would do to attack this problem. And I'm feeling pretty good I know what the problem is. And they may already realize this, and maybe they're already working. So when they're redoing these systems, maybe we'll see XML get out of the picture and we start seeing JSON objects or something else. But I'm confident I know what I would do to get them on a path of stability. Hopefully they're on that same path. So this is a wicked one. We got 28. I remember Radio Shack Trash 80s and saving files on cassettes. Oh yeah. So this Talonguard game, when it was on the cassette on the Commodore 64, it would literally take like an hour or two to load. I can't remember, but we'd come home from school, we'd put the game in, we'd press load, load 8*8,1, and we'd go and we'd play for an hour or two, and then we'd come back, the game would be loaded, and we'd do it. And I remember when we got 5 1/4 floppy disk, and we got Talonguard copied to that, and the game would load up in 5 minutes. Oh, we were so excited. My first computer I got hands on was an Apple computer in the school library in the 70s. First computer I owned was a Tandy. Yeah, so there you go. Look like we got a few programmers here. And what I tell people too, if you want to get into, oh man, we lost people right off the bat. If you want to get into it though, just code something. Pick a project, anything, and don't think too big or whatever. Just write something. You want to create a website? You go to church. You want to create a website for your church? Do that. Or just whatever programs. Create your own website. Man, and Neth Hack was the shiz back then. Smoke Dog. That's the record pace there. Dory's record pace. There's a sick YouTube video where you can code Doom from scratch in 1 hour, but it's sped up like crazy. I believe it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yep, there goes Smoke. All right, who we got here? We got Quiz. And Godzilla and Dole. My son was writing and coding, interpreting code into his car wreck and could not remember all the... Oh, man, really? I'm sorry to hear, Huck. Wow. Makes me sad. That must be tough. And I would say, even today with AI, it's okay to still be in the technology. You just got to learn how to incorporate it and to make it do your job faster and better. Because it's not going anywhere, and I promise you, it is helpful if you know how to use it. Yeah, just your luck. Because you can get AI, a lot of times when I want it to write some code for me, I already have boilerplate templates. It's like, hey, follow this standard and write me code to kind of do this, and I get this, and then I'll put the pieces together. A lot of it's me just putting pieces together and keeping the requests in smaller chunks. Now, over time, maybe you can ask for bigger chunks. But we do have limitations like in tokens and how much memory and whatnot. But as long as you keep your requests small, you shouldn't. I find it's faster. AI is faster at writing code than I ever was, and I'm just putting things together. AI is a tool, not a crutch. Exactly. Robots won't take our jobs. It's when we get robots that can fix robots is when we need to worry. Best tool for rapid prototyping. I would say it's not even just, it's good for rapid prototyping, but you can use it for real code too. Like, you shouldn't have to write code these days. And what I mean by that, if you got 15 lines of code you need to do, once you learn how to prompt engineer, AI is going to write that 50 code better, especially if you trained it on the style that you want and you have templates ready for it to understand. It should fight that fast out, type those 50 lines of code faster than you can. and it'll put error track. You know, here's what developers don't do. Developers get the code working first. You know, and then they forget the try catches and exception handling and the edge cases and stuff. If you do the prompt engineering right, you're going to get your try catches, your exceptions, your logging that you need, error handling that you need, edge cases that you need, if you're good at prompt engineering. The people that are going to be successful going forward know how to do prompt engineering. So we had 6 people. So all 6 are going to get codes. I knew it was a brutal map. I didn't want to say it ahead of time. While I'm doing that, so I'm gonna give Imp, Quiz, Chris, Chip, Tier, and Uwe codes, and then while that's happening, there's some codes for y'all to enter in. First one, first serve. Whoever enters them in fast. All right, so Imp Keeper, let's get you going. So we're going to do all 6 get coded. So Imp Keeper, we're taking care of. Got the code. And who's second? Quiz. Uh-oh. Lost my Twitch. It's in when I want to do these scenarios that I really wish I had this automated. I'm about to refresh. It's been years since his accident. Man, that's tough. That's so tough. The real funny thing is I've raised 4 boys and none of them want to program. One of my sons looked at me and goes, "Dad, I don't want to do what you do all day. I don't want to sit on a chair all day." I said, "Well, what do you want to be?" He says, "Well, I'm gonna be a pilot." Well, I said, "That's a good job. They make good money." We got its private pilot's license and everything. And he learned to be an electrician at the same time. And then he joined the Army so that they would pay for his future pilot license stuff. There we got Chip. And then who was 5th? Tier was 5th. Handing Tier's code out. And Uwe sneaking in, getting the code there. Alrighty, rock and roll. I don't normally rant this much. How did you know what? Just seeing what happened. What's this? It's whoever first enters in the code. Those are individual codes. So sometimes I'll put them in there. And they only can be used once. You can use it for the gift card. You can use it for the 890 jump. Whoever's the fastest to enter any one in any one of those, they can do it. So like Sand 4-5 dive can be put into the $230 gift card, or it can be put into the 890 jump. But whoever's first to put in each one of those is the only one that'll get credit for it. Don't pilot sit in chair. Well, no, that's exactly what happened. So he got his private pilot's license, and then he goes, "Dad, I want to be a pilot." I said, "Okay." He goes, "You sit in a chair all day." So then he became an electrician, and he loves that because he's out and about. He's going to people's houses. You know, he's loving it. He's doing great. But he still wanted to get his pilot's license, like get the further training on it. So he ended up going to the Army just to kind of get them to pay for the rest of the training. He's still an electrician. He wants to do that, but he also wants to be able to fly planes and do certain stuff. I'm an 18-year letter carrier. I don't want my boys to destroy their bodies for money. Yeah. You got the last one? Yeah, on the codes, it's whoever gets them in first, because they only can be used once. So basically, since there were 4 codes, there's 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 codes, and there's 2 giveaways. There was 8 possible entries, right? 4 of those could be used on the gift card, and 4 could be used on the 890 jump. All right, let's who are we gonna raid out to? We're gonna show our last code. Who's streaming? You know, I'll do Becky. I haven't done her in a while. We haven't done her in a while. All right, let's show the last code. All right, let's get the last code going. All right, that popped up. I got the last one on 8-9 to be more clear. There you go. And let's get our raid started. Raid. And filter. See on the next one. If I stream tomorrow, I'll probably do a little bit of Doom just to make sure my base has got power and stuff like that. All right, raiding out.
Most of the houses we're looking at are only one story. I haven't seen many 2 stories.
Yes, we're gonna have a much smaller house, so the AC will be.
Old Man Observer! Oh my goodness, buddy! Thank you so much for the raid, holy muffins! If you guys are not following Old Man Observer, please give him a follow. What up, darling? How was your stream, little star? Thank you for coming. Yeah, what were you doing? What were you playing today? Were you playing Star Citizen? Hello. Hello. Yeah, make sure you give him a follow. Hello. Hi. Hello, friends. Miles. What up, darling? Hello. Oh God, causing scenes. Yeah, we're trying to get tickets for the worm because we're gonna do we're gonna do the worm tomorrow. I mean on Saturday. Tickets for the worm, yeah. Yep. Try to put a water pump and pipes, run top roof, and make small holes along the pipes so water come out, cooling the roof, and water vent back to reserve tank to pump to roof again. Dude, that sounds intense.
No, actually, Becky, you know what we have to do? We have to do like what Linus did.
What?
We have to heat our pool and cool the computers with the pool water.
Yeah, that sounds great. Southern Wisconsin, the last week was the first time we turned the AC this year. Oh, we've had the AC on a lot, but again, it's because of the stream. Because I'm wearing this suit, and it gets really hot up here. So yeah, great story. About the 5 years life of the AC unit, they're a major run. Oh yeah, I think you get more than 5 years out of it. Who knows though? I don't know. Cat, what up, darling? Old man, hello, sir. What up? The original first floor of those houses sank into the swamp. Maybe. Miles, what are you doing, buddy? Thank you for coming. Hello. It is lovely to see you. Lots of old men were observed. Peg, what up? Well, look at it this way. In Florida, you only run your heater long enough to make sure it still works. True.